Hello friends! Here is your astrological forecast for Aquarius for August 2025. August 2025 is a time when the focus will be on the sphere of partnerships. Here, you can expect both very joyful events and some that might be disappointing, or rather, that will confirm your understanding that your life paths with certain people have long diverged, and their relationships are literally falling apart at the seams. This month, a full moon will occur in your very own sign. This is a moment of truth, a culmination, and the completion of the most significant matter for you at this time. It's a time of clarity and results. It is also a time to take off a mask that you no longer need. Throughout the month, there will be several bright, powerful, and positive astrological aspects that will form configurations of luck for your sign. This will bring either very rapid, swift progress in your affairs or a fortunate, happy turn of events. At the end of the month, a long-lasting period, at least 1 month, will begin, which will significantly change the structure of your budget and, so to speak, the quality of your relationship with money. This could involve major purchases, investments, joint budgets or property, social payments, or your financial settlements with other people, organizations, or the government. Let's discuss the most important astrological events of August and their impact on your sign step by step. A detailed look at August for Aquarius. August honest. The planet Venus will be in a tense aspect with Saturn and Neptune, affecting your 3rd and 6th houses. This aspect indicates that there may be disruptions in your plans. An unexpected matter may arise, possibly related to a woman in your family, a colleague, or a client. This day, in general, can bring a feeling of disharmony, where it seems that everything is out of place. August 6th. Mars, the source of strength, energy, and action, changes signs and moves into Libra, your 9th house. Mars will remain in this sector until September 23rd. This is a favorable time because Mars will be forming a lucky aspect with your sign. This may give you, if not a feeling of wings behind your back, then at least an increased interest and enthusiasm for the work you are doing. The 9th house, where Mars will be located, symbolizes everything that is far away. A trip may take place. This could be an important and active stage of cooperation with people who are far away in another city or country. It could be a joint trip with your friends or your partner's friends or relatives. It could be an active stage in the development of cooperation with foreign organizations or international trading platforms. On the downside of this transit, there could be a legal or bureaucratic dispute, perhaps related to a complaint about a low-quality product or a service that was not up to standard. The 9th house also symbolizes education, so this could become an active phase of preparation for studies or forming a group for training if you are a teacher. This transit of Mars gives you a passion for some idea, or your friends who live far away may offer you an interesting opportunity. The 9th house is also the house of our grandchildren. If this topic is relevant to you, you may dedicate a lot of energy to your grandchildren during this time. August 8th. The planet Mars will be in a lucky aspect with Uranus, affecting your 5th and 9th houses. This is an aspect of good luck in matters, especially those that were started or conceived in July 2024. This could be related to children, a trip, or your personal life. Overall, on this day, events may occur that give you a sense of life-changing transformation. All Aquarians will feel this aspect, but it will be felt more strongly by those born between January 20th and 23rd. August 9th. A full moon occurs at 17 degrees of your sign. A full moon in your own sign brings the completion or culmination of the most important matter for you at this time. This is a moment to, figuratively speaking, take off a mask that is no longer relevant to you to stop playing a role that has finished. The full moon in your own sign often gives us a desire for a change of image. It is also a time when you will have clarity in your own future plans. This is a day when you are in the spotlight. People are talking about you and are interested in you. Therefore, this is a very good time for advertising or self-promotion. The Onest house is the house of our I, our personality. When a full moon occurs here, people see us as if with different eyes. They see a quality, talent, or ability in us that they didn't expect. This is also a time of honesty, when we can honestly answer for ourselves what we think about our prospects in a particular matter. In addition, there may be clarity in matters related to your personal life. On the same day, August 9th, the planet Mars will be in a tense aspect in opposition to Saturn and Neptune. Such an aspect, when Mars is in opposition to both of these planets at the same time, is very rare. The last time it happened was in May 1989. This is a truly rare combination. This aspect will affect your 3rd and 9th houses and, as a rule, plays out as external events that force us to act in a direction we did not plan. For your sign, this could manifest as a change in your habits, in your daily set of routine actions. This is a time when you will understand that without changing your daily habits, it will simply be impossible to achieve a qualitative leap in your life. You may change the way you organize your daily tasks. During this time, relationships with a certain person may end, as it will become clear to you that the differences in your approach to life and your life philosophy are insurmountable. August 10th. The planet Mars will be in a lucky aspect with Pluto, affecting your honest and 9th houses. This is a powerful and positive astrological aspect, an aspect of luck and a turn for the better in your affairs. This aspect shows that by showing your strength, will, and persistence, you will be able to achieve significant progress. Pluto, which symbolizes transformations and changes everything it touches, is now directly on the natal sun of those born between January 20th and 25. Therefore, all Aquarians will feel the influence of this aspect, but especially those born during this period. The influence of this aspect is such that it cannot bring nothing. There can either be great success or a grandiose failure. This is a time for a global cleansing of your life, and Mars only accelerates these processes. This aspect can change your social role and your future plans. Both Mars and Pluto are planets of strength, activity, and struggle. A favorable aspect between them creates a powerful force field, and your sign is at its center. Therefore, you should not sit idle on this day. August 11th. The planet Mercury turns direct in Leo, in your 7th house. This shows that working on mistakes or correcting some misunderstandings in relationships is now in the past. There may be a lot of communication, meetings, and reflections on business or personal partnerships. This is a time when you can formalize some documents related to cooperation or buy something together with your friends or business partners. Also, many of your thoughts will be related to the affairs of your friends. August 12th and 13th. The most generous and positive astrological event of the month takes place. This is the conjunction of Venus and Jupiter in your 6th house. Both of these planets symbolize prosperity, opportunities, pleasure, and expansion, and their conjunction creates a favorable flow of luck. This conjunction takes place in your 6th house, which is the sector that shows our living conditions, our working conditions, our employment conditions, and also our health. This is a very favorable aspect that suggests a significant improvement in these areas. This could be an improvement related to your working conditions, how your employment is organized, or the terms of your payment. This time may bring expansion, for example, new responsibilities at work, or you will hire new employees. And of course, this is a great time to expand your own business. Venus symbolizes our desires, and Jupiter expands and scales everything. Therefore, there can be a lot of desires here, and it is important to bring your started projects to fruition. The 6th house also shows the conditions in which we live. This conjunction improves the quality of the space we are in through various paths. For some, it may be a move. For others, a vacation. Or for others, an expansion of your family. The 6th house is also the house of health and a healthy lifestyle. This conjunction indicates an improvement in our energy state. August 13th. The white moon, Selena, a symbol of divine blessing and our guardian angel, changes signs and moves into Leo, your 7th house, where it will remain until mid-March 2026. The transit of the white moon shows us the sphere of life in which we can expect special support and blessings from above. For you, this is the sector of partnerships. This is a time that can bring you a new acquaintance in your personal life if you are looking for a relationship. This is a period when your relationships with your key partners will improve, and here it is very important to trust them and not harbor grudges. This is a time when you will meet people who will literally become the earthly hands of your guardian angel and will help and support you in many ways. August 23rd. A new moon in Virgo occurs in your 8th house. A new moon is the birth of a new energy. This is a new energetic message that we receive for an entire lunar month. But this new moon will be special, as the next one, which will take place on September 21st, will also occur in the same sign, in the same sector of your horoscope, but will be a solar eclipse. Therefore, the themes that will unfold in late September are just beginning now. The new moon occurs in your 8th house. This is the sector that shows our shared and joint finances and resources, our financial settlements with other people, organizations, and the government. This is a time that is very favorable for creating or developing your own business or brand. During this time, you can deal with issues related to social payments, taxes, alimony, and the distribution of joint profits or expenses. You can also get or renew an insurance policy. There may also be changes in the income structure of your personal partner. The size of your usual expenses may change. You may also collect money for some joint purchase. The cost of your services and your salary or social payments may change. August 25. The planet Venus moves into Leo, your 7th house. Venus brings something pleasant and comfortable, both emotionally and materially. Its transit will pass through the sector that shows your partnerships. Therefore, this is a time when you will meet pleasant people and your relationships with some of your clients or friends may improve. Venus also symbolizes women, so this is a time when you may get a new female friend, or the number of women in your work team may expand. This transit of Venus shows that in our circle of communication, there is a person we like, whom we like to observe, and whose appearance and manners we enjoy. This transit also shows profit from cooperation. And in general, this is a very favorable time for the sphere of relationships, both personal, friendly, and professional. New clients may come to you. August 26th. The planet Mercury will be in a tense aspect with the black moon. This aspect will affect your 7th and 10th houses. On this day, there may be some checks or misunderstandings related to work. There may be an unpleasant conversation, information, or the activation of your fears. Throughout this day, you should not rush to make decisions, conclusions, or actions, as much of what happens on this day may turn out to be just an illusion. At the same time, on the same day, August 26th, the planet Venus will be in a lucky aspect with Saturn and Neptune. This shows that you can solve any, even a very difficult, problem in a diplomatic way. A short trip or a pleasant meeting with your friends may take place. End of August. This is a time when you will feel the approach of the autumn-September eclipse corridor. This is usually a period when we feel a vague subconscious anxiety. We feel that something is coming, and that's normal. We can feel worried, even without any external objective reasons. The first eclipse will occur on September 7th in your twin house. This is the sector of finances, resources, personal assets, and self-esteem. The second, a solar eclipse, will occur on September 21st in the sector that shows your shared and joint income and resources, your joint assets, and your financial settlements with other people. This series of eclipses will affect the financial and energy axis of your horoscope. Of course, we will talk about the influence of eclipses separately and in detail, but what is important to know now, at the end of August, is that vague anxiety, fears, worries, and unfounded excitement are normal feelings. Remember that eclipses do not bring events that are completely unusual or unexpected. They only bring the results of what we have created ourselves or allowed to happen. In essence, an eclipse brings events that, if not obvious, are at least predictable. This is what August 2025 will look like from an astrological perspective. I wish you a wonderful and successful month, my dear Aquarians. If this forecast was helpful to you, put a like and press the bell. Subscribe to the Zodiac Soul Insights channel and get a plus in karma from the universe. Share in the comments. Was this forecast helpful to you? And how much coincides with your events? See you in the next video. May the stars be on your side.